Yeah.
So how helpful has this social media community been towards you and your journey?
Number one, advice. I've gotten helpful advice on how to manage endo from TikTok. Kuna wenye atakwambia you use the hot, there's this belt you charge it, it helps. Kuna wenye atakwambia you try avoid these foods. Mimi nilifanya hivi, it has helped in one way or another. Majorly, me sharing my endometriosis journey, I would say majorly it has helped me because I'm here at the Human Garage, and I really want to say thank you. As I've told you, I was to go for surgery. Na before nilikuwa nimetumia other options. Nimetumia miti shamba.
So will you realize when that these guys are onto something? There's something that's happening to my body. These guys are truly doing something to me.
From session, I'd say 5.
Yes.
Beginning of the sessions, I didn't notice much change. Nilikuanga nikimaliza session, mwili inakuwa inflamed nini, na text Brian, text Doc, ambia nasikia hivi, ambia just it's body reacting to the treatment, get back to normal nini. But the changes zilianza kuja from up of 5th session.
So Doc.
Treatment without the use of drug or surgery or fascia manipulation in this case uses a manual approach. Okay, you work on the tissues, so you stimulate the nervous system. Okay, when you stimulate the nervous system, you ni kama vile watu you plant coffee or you plant tea, and then after some time you have to prune it. Yes, we're together. So it's the same when you're treating somebody with endo, it's time. And that's why we say our treatment, when you come here for treatment and you're coming here for pain management, it's the wrong place for you. Okay. Because this is a restoration, this is a repair, this is a service center place, okay? Where we focus on function and not science and...
So those of us who are watching and who know Val, you know that she's an advocate for endometriosis. So Val, when did you decide to start embarking to be serious about this campaign about endometriosis in ladies?
It is a funny story.
Yes.
So I started the campaign mostly on TikTok, and that day nilikuwa nimeenda hospitali with extreme pain ile sana. So my elder sister mwenye nafuata ndo alinipeleka hospitali. Kadungwa sindano ya kwanza, aipoi ya pili. By the time nadungwa ya 3 nasikia sawa, karudi home. So me I'm that type, nikifeel better na kuanga nimechangamka sana. So naweza kuwa this hour niko sawa, ninawachekesha, niko nini, then the next hour nikaanza tena kuumwa. And then the pain that was before ilikuwa excess sasa. So nimelia kwa kitanda. So tangu anapiga simu si wanasema ai hatuwezi mweka dawa ingine because already tumempea painkiller mob. So me nilikuwa hapo helpless, nalia tu. So my sister was doing the house chores kawaida tu. You know, you get to a point hata wao hawezi nisaidia. Umekwambia pole, bado unaumia. So me your time nakumbuka nilikuwa nimelia. If you can go to my TikToks, the first video I posted on TikTok, I was really crying. Nilikuwa zile za, let me share my story, ama let me share what I'm going through, this pain, nione kama kuna mtu hapo nje pia yeye, and I go through the same thing, at least to encourage yani. So me I started not really, it didn't click to my mind that I'm starting a campaign. Mimi nilikuwa let me find wasichana pia wanaumia ndio tuambiane wewe unamezanga dawa gani, unafanyanga nini ikifika hii point. So me I took my phone, recorded myself, I aired out there. Nikapata comments, wasichana pia wanasafa na ni wengi. So from then sasa I started getting inboxes, watu wananiambia, you know, the way you encourage us, the way we, you know, push for this thing, campaign, people don't know, and then nikipost, maybe you see someone, mostly wanaume, mtu anauliza, and by the way, what is endo? Like, innocently, that person doesn't know what endo is. Unapata msee anakuja anamjibu tu vibaya. Honestly, ukiuliza mtu what is endo even kwa barabara umsimamishe, out of 10 you will just find like 2 people who know the answer. So that is how I started the campaign on TikTok. So I keep on sharing my journey. Number 1, to encourage people. Number 2, to offer support, because I have a support group of endo women on WhatsApp of about, I think right now we are 52 women. So if I try something, like in that group, I'm the only one who is getting this treatment. So they normally wait. What are the changes? So pia hiyo, to encourage them to try different paths of treatment, because we know endo doesn't have a cure. So they keep on trying. So that is how I started sharing my journey.
Oh, nice. So how helpful has this social media community been towards you and your journey?
Number 1, advice. I've gotten helpful advice on how to manage endo from TikTok. Kuna wenye atakwambia you use the hot, there's this belt you charge it, it helps. Kuna wenye atakwambia you try avoid these foods. Mimi nilifanya hivi, it has helped in one way or another. Majorly, me sharing my endometriosis journey, I would say majorly it has helped me because I'm here at the Human Garage, and I really want to say thank you for reaching out. I had seen your videos, but sikudhani mnaweza treat endo. Nilikuwa naona mkicrack watu shingo nini, but it never clicked my mind that this clinic can offer help kwa patients wako na endo. So once I saw the reach out on my inbox, I was very excited. And then I was at a point whereby the next thing I was supposed to do was surgery. Na mimi nilikuwa nimekataa surgery kabisa, because I know friends who have done even 8-12 surgeries. I've done one open surgery, and then the months after, my endo was worse. It was worse. I was expecting it to get better, and then from stories from people in that group, nasikia msee nimetoka ya 3 naambiwa niende ya, I don't know what it is, maybe you cut endo tissues, they become many, because most people get better for months and then get worse. So social media has really helped me, because I took this road with the Human Garage. The other time Doc was telling me he's surprised. He didn't think that I would finish the sessions. Then I was like, hey, I know what I go through. I have to, even though they were zingekuwa 100 sessions, ninge pull up zote.
I agree.
Yeah.
So Doc, how did you approach this case, knowing that it's a new case for you and your practice?
When I started learning fascia manipulation, we learn a lot of dysfunctions of the whole body, and we learn approaches of how to fix dysfunctions in variety of ways, and assessing the body in different ways than normal conventional way of doing it. So I always knew I want to help the girl child with painful menses. And I had started that with my give back movement with the women of Samburu, the Namiak women group, the teen mothers that I support. So I started helping them with painful menses, just treating them. But I already knew it was a big problem. If you remember, we even had a TV show with Dr. Kingori on NTV that made some people in the Gynecological Society of Kenya go mad. They were so crazy. They were so annoyed with what I said. But I still said.
What did you say?
I said that pills have side effects.
Which is true.
pills have side effects, and you cannot tell me that if somebody has painful menses or endometriosis, you need to give them family planning. For me, it's a no. Whether it will make you happy or annoyed, for me, it's a no. I will not recommend that because it doesn't help the body. It makes the body more stiffer. From the patients I've seen. So again, it's not a competition, but but I knew that a lot of ladies are suffering, and a lot of ladies actually go through a very tough time even before they get a diagnosis. Actually, very, very few doctors can diagnose endometriosis.
Sure.
That is what I've it's as sad as that, but yeah, very few doctors can diagnose endometriosis. And it's not that they are not trained, but it's because the way the presentation of endo is a bit mixed.
Different from one patient to another.
From one patient to another. So this idea in my mind kept on bothering me. How can I help the girl child? How can I introduce another way so that we can reduce the suffering, so that these ladies can stop missing school, they can stop missing work, at least they can have a comfortable life like anyone else. I approached a few people in endometriosis, and some of them took it like a joke and took it that this can't work. Just shallow. Some people are very shallow. They look at things here, and they are looking at signs and symptoms. So they were very shallow. Even some attacked me online that I'm misreading people. But we need to go back into the anatomy and the physiology of the body and understand how the body works, for us to know that there's another intervention that you can give that is less harmful and more effective. So when I saw Valarie's video, I remember I came to the office and I told you, the media team, like, why don't we reach this girl and see if she'd be interested, so that we start somewhere, we start putting a foot forward that we can help, so that even the doctors who are treating these ladies can know that there's another place they can send them. When they have tried things and they're not working, they can know there's another place they can send them. That's also not enough. It's for us to partnering with Valarie to start a campaign of education. I remember when I was in primary school, people used to come to school to teach us about brushing teeth. I still believe that we need to have a campaign. The government need to support a campaign, whether with me or whoever they support with, Valarie, or whoever it is, that girls start being educated from primary, that irregular menses is not normal. Too much period, like heavy flow, is not normal. Skipping period is not normal. Too little period is normal. Painful period is not normal. So that when these people know these things are not normal, when they start, they can be addressed before they become endometriosis. Because when you're becoming endometriosis, you're already starting to have an effect on the tissue morphology. What do I mean? The tissue is starting being affected, being damaged. And whenever we damage the tissue, then the repair is also as difficult.
Yes.
Okay, so but you can imagine if we started with prevention. We started with prevention, and then those who are having a problem then can be treated, and then after they have been treated, we can do a maintenance. So we need to look at these three things, but dwell more on prevention than curative, and then also we do more on wellness. This is for me the reason why I reached out to Valarie, because she has a forum, she has many ladies, and for me and her is to craft something that we can have a package or a product for women suffering from endometriosis, and we see how can we help them in another way.
So
Yes.
when you approached you, what was your initial thought about us? What did you think about us?
Before approach or after?
After we approached you.
I was like, hey, this is the way to go.
Yes.
Because as I've told you, I was to go for surgery. Na before nilikuwa nimetumia other options. Nimetumia mitishamba za Wakalenjin, za Wamasai huko interior, tunaenda na mom, dad, napewa 5 liter. Nakunywa in one way or another, zilikuwa zinasaidia.
Yes.
But nikiwacha kukunywa hizo mitishamba, there was sasa hiyo one time niliumwa. I don't think kuna siku nishaiumwa hivyo tena. Nikasema hizi mitishamba tena I'm done. Because unamaliza 5 liter, unatumua nyingine, unamaliza 5 liter, you need to see progress hata kama ni kidogo. But sasa it was in animaliza. So once you people reached out, I was like, yes, I have to try this.
Do you remember your first session?
Yes.
Tell us about
I was very excited more for the cracking more than the endo treatment because it's something I've seen online for quite some time. And I'm like, I would want to try that. So coming here for the first time, I remember I was so excited for the neck cracking. So I was also curious to see the form of treatment that I'm going to take without the use of drugs, because before nilikuwa napewa drugs, hata for drugs nakunywa for 6 months. Namaliza 6 months, the side effects, they are crazy. Ulali, unafeel nikaa akili iko clogged, it's like uko depressed, face, nilikuwa nimeharibika uso sana. Then unamaliza 6 months, you try a different doctor, anakuweka kwa the same medications za 6 months. You trying to tell this doctor, me I'm not taking these medications. Ilifika point tuko tunakosana hadi home na mom, my sister is there, she knows. Niko like hizi dawa sikunywi tena. So wakati nilipata mahali yenye sikunywi dawa, I was like thank you God. Now this hata kama sikunywi dawa, I'll go for this all in.
So will you realize when that these guys are onto something? There's something that's happening to my body. These guys are truly doing something to me.
From session, I would say 5.
Yes.
Beginning of the sessions, I didn't notice much change. Nilikuanga nikimaliza session, mwili inakuwa inflamed nini, na text Brian, na text Doc, anambia nasikia hivi, anambia just it's body reacting to the treatment, get back to normal nini. But the changes zilianza kuja from hapo 5th session.
So Doc, why did it take until the 5th session for her to start seeing changes?
Treatment without the use of drug or surgery or fascia manipulation in this case uses a manual approach. Okay, you work on the tissues, so you stimulate the nervous system. Okay, when you stimulate the nervous system, you ni kama vile watu you plant coffee or you plant tea, and then after some time you have to prune it. We're together. So it's the same. When you're treating somebody with endo, it's like you need to, or not even endo, or it's somebody even with who comes here with chronic pain. You need to address them as if you're addressing, let's say, a car that has been parked. You know, a car that has been parked is a scrap. It has not moved. So you need to restart this car. We're together. So for you to restart this car, to put this car back on the road, you need first of all to pull it, to get it from the junkyard, whatever it is, to the workshop. That is the first step. Okay, which will be like the first visit when you come here. The next thing is that you need to open the car, pull it apart, move everything apart, all so that you can see where it is rusted, where it is bent, so that you can know where to weld. We're together. You can know where to weld, where to scrap the rust and straighten up. Okay, you need to have this. So it's like the first 4 sessions when you come to the human garage, regardless of what condition you have, is demolition. Okay, it's demolition. What does that mean? It's loosening the body. We are working on this hard, densified, lack of gliding tissues. So we are mobilizing the tissue. We are loosening. We are creating the gliding. Okay, that causes the body to produce an inflammation. All right, that inflammation is what we want, because that inflammation is what helps the body to heal. We're together. Now, healing from this treatment starts from a cellular level, and it starts from inside out, not from inside in. The pill starts from inside in. You take it, goes in, works, and then you feel better. The other one, you stimulate the DNA, whatever you're stimulating. So the healing will have to start from inside out. So the first few visits, the body is doing more internal repair that you actually don't see or don't feel on the outside. You may see, maybe you're moving better, maybe you're sleeping better, but you're still in the pain you had. All right? You're still in the pain you had. You may also feel the energies are coming, but you still have residues of the pain you have. But as the body starts getting more and more malleable, more and more gliding easy, then the symptoms also, now you start going down. And this is where most people confuse our treatment and the hospital. When you go to hospital for a jab, painkiller jab, or you go to the hospital for medication, it's instant, because that is how the drug is created to work. But this other way, it is your body that has to be chokorward, for your body to, for your nervous system to go and say, hey, for your immune response to react, work its own ways until the body starts what? Changing, because you're not putting anything in the body. This is why it takes time. And that's why we say our treatment, when you come here for treatment and you're coming here for pain management, it's the wrong place for you. Because this is a restoration, this is a repair, this is a service center place, okay? Where we focus on function and not signs and symptoms. Yes. If we are fixing signs and symptoms, I don't think we would have be anywhere with her. Okay. We would have not changed anything. Yes. But because we are working on function, things that are, even don't bother her. You know, for example, I'll give you, she was experiencing headaches. All right? But when she came here, her main interest had nothing to do with headaches. She wants you to work on her pain on the endo. Okay? She was having leg pains, but her main aim is endo. I cannot relieve the endo if I don't address the leg pain, the neck pain, the headaches.
Okay.
You understand?
So seeing the body as a whole now.
Absolutely, it's a holistic approach.
Yes.
And now in the human garage, at the human garage, we make a step further. We created a program we call the 12 Weeks to Wellness. The 12 Weeks to Wellness is a program that has been built based on key fundamentals of how the body is made and how the body functions. And how we did it is that we went back to the egg and said, if we looked at an egg, what can we see? What is the physical things that we can see on an egg? One thing of the thing we can see is a shell. The next thing that we can see is the white yolk. The next thing that is easily seen is the yellow yolk. But then if you're breaking it to make an omelette, you will see that the egg will have something holding it and a fluid. Okay? So for us, what we did, we said, okay, the shell can be equated to our physical body. Okay? The white yolk can be equated to the metabolism, because even in a chick, the white yolk is what feeds a chick. And then the yellow yolk is equated to the emotions. Okay? Because emotions is where we generate, when we move, we generate something called piezo energy. Okay? Friction. And this piezo energy kind of goes into our core to energize and give the body the charge. Okay? So this is provided by movement, and so that's why we go to the yellow. So we look at the body we say we have three pillars: the structure, metabolism, and emotion. But then we also understand that these three layers are also interconnected, because as we said, when you broke the egg to make an omelette, we have something holding the three layers.
Yes.
This thing that holding the three layers, we equated it to the fascial system, the connective tissue. All right? How we equated it, the connective tissue. And the fluid that is having the egg, we equated it to the fluid that we have in the body that allows us to grind, which is the hyaluronic acid.
Okay.
We're together. So we, after coming with this, we then looked at how the body moves. We know that the body moves in three planes of motion. Okay? So if the body moves in three planes of motion, we divided our treatments to have 3 stages of healing. Okay? That is the painful stage, stability stage, and wellness. Okay? So when a patient comes in the first stage, they're in pain, their body is tight, their body is stiff, they're emotionally distraught. You can name it. They are constipated, they are acidic, can't sleep. Everything is happening at the same time. Okay? So for us is to start by now this demolition. You know, we loosen up the body, we detox the body, we stretch, we start loosening by also stretching for about 4 visits. Okay? So that now the structure, the metabolism, and the emotion can be stimulated to start functioning the way they should function normal. Okay? Then when we finish the first painful stage, we go to the next stage, which we call stability stage. The stability stage is the muscles that were tight and taut and painful are now loose and stretchy, but they are not stable. So we need to do functional movement exercises that are body weight based to create stability, balance, and coordination. Okay, so that now the tissues can be able again, the joint can be able to be supported properly with proper movement by biomechanics. Okay, and then from there you go to the final stage, which we call the wellness, where now we are doing more strengthening exercises. But remember, we are doing different. It's different for metabolism, it's different for structure, it's different for emotion in each and every one of the stages. Yes.
Great.